Tony Imossi is the president of the Association of British Investigators, which represents investigations in the private sector in the UK and throughout the world. The government has been looking into regulating this activity, especially since the recent phone hacking scandals.
What had actually gone on touched the raw nerve of public opinion, in that it became open that not only had these criminals intercepted telephone messages for the rich and famous, they were doing it in an industrial way for just about anybody, just to try and find gossip for the newspapers. And any case, any situation, any story that came to the attention of the newspaper, one of the resources that they were using was this facility, this criminal act, to intercept calls. And the key case that hit the raw nerve of public opinion was the Millie Dowler case, where they were intercepting her mobile messages when she was missing. Now, what would have happened if she had not been murdered and she was just a missing child, and through the activities the journalist had found her? Well, the journalist may have been a hero and history would be slightly different. But that is not what happened. And it became then clear that what was going on was not only criminal, it was highly immoral. And it was being done in a big scale, not only just by one newspaper, but by many newspapers. What the association has done is, when we recognised 3 years ago that regulation may be delayed indefinitely, we recognised that our procedures were in fact a form of self-regulation anyway. And so we started to tighten up our procedures, our organisation, so that we would be in a position to present a package to the government to say, look, have a look at our model. This is a ready-made model that you could adopt at no cost to the government. All you have to do is make it a criminal offence for a client to use an unregulated investigator. And part of that process is to present the feasibility of the association applying for chartered institute status, which would therefore be in effect controlled by the government, although self-regulated. Now, the government, I understand, have looked on our proposal favourably and is under consideration at the moment. The methodology of investigations has changed dramatically, if not least in the last 10 to 15 years, because of the internet. Prior to the availability of the internet and the development of databases, of course, most of the work that an investigator would do would be on his feet, out knocking on doors, looking, asking questions, telephoning, and carrying out research through public records. Now, most of all that information can be accessed through the internet, particularly publicly available records, but also databases that give you access to lists of individuals. But of course, that there is this new culture, particularly through the younger generation, of using social networks and also commercial networks like LinkedIn, on the social side, Facebook, and all the other ones. And people don't really appreciate that when they engage and enter personal data on any of these social networks and databases, it's there available to be viewed by the world at large, including an investigator who might be interested in them or somebody connected with them.